Hey guys, it's Christine with Indigo Wings Healing. I know that I have had a little while in between videos, but the Wi-Fi was not good where I was on vacation, and when we got back I have been running around like crazy trying to get my kids ready to start the school year. And so I've just been trying to kind of protect my energy and take it easy so that I didn't get burned out. But I'm back. So this week's video, the reading is going to be for September 4th through September 10th. Not a whole lot to talk about, really. We've got Mercury going direct tomorrow. So for those of you who do tend to feel the Mercury retrogrades, you've got some relief coming. And then we have a full moon on September 6th. So that's coming up. So everything should be back to normal with my website. Everything's up and running normally. The store's back on from the vacation mode. If you are interested in getting a reading with me, go to the website and see what I have available on there. My kids are starting school this week, yay! So I'm getting back into my regular routine, so I'm very excited about that. This week, if you are wanting a reading with me, I would book it sooner rather than later, because I am going to be capping the amount of readings that I take this week, just because I don't want to overload myself, take on more than what I can handle in this first week back to school, because there's all kinds of craziness going on. But I'll keep you guys posted if that's going to continue for the next few weeks, but it shouldn't. It'll just be for this week. So most of you are familiar with my readings and how I do them. I do refer to feminine and masculine energies, although this can pertain to same-sex relationships. It's easier for me to refer to masculine and feminine to kind of keep track of who I'm talking about. If this message resonates with you, great. Then this is the message for you. If it doesn't, that's okay. It's just not the message for you. If it feels like I'm speaking directly to you, then I am the reader for you. And connect with me so that we can figure out how to get you started with your own personal reading. So let's see. Now, I'm curious I'd love to hear from all of you kind of where you're at since the eclipse energies. I was feeling a lot of physical effects afterwards, a lot of headaches and just pure exhaustion. So I'm kind of curious. I'd love to know what you experienced, if anything. You know, and I haven't even watched any other readers or videos or anything. Like, I have no idea what's kind of happening in terms of what other people are saying. So I don't know if what I'm going to be saying is going along with everybody else. But I'm really seeing that there's shifts that are taking place, which, you know, we knew that was coming with this eclipse. So the first card that came up for the feminine is Move. And I know a lot of you who've been with me for a while know that a lot of times I see this card as a card of union. I don't see this as much of a card of union right now. I see this card, you know, the message that I get here is more about, you know, along the lines of the Chariot, because this is the card, this is the Chariot in traditional tarot. It's that moving forward energy. It's that willpower, that achievement, going for the things that you want. And, you know, for the feminine, you know, this is the 7, you know, so you're on the right path. And with this card, if you can see it, the heart is kind of, looks like it's been battered. And I feel like there are a lot of feminine twins who are, you know, they've been working on healing their heart, but that's not enough. Like, they feel the need to do something more for themselves, and they don't know what that looks like, you know. And I'm getting that it's an energy that it's feeling different for everybody, but it's a moving forward energy. It's take a leap, do something different, do something for you, do what feels right for you to move forward. You know, and it's not so much about moving forward towards the union. It's about moving forward with your life. You know, because that's the message that I keep sharing with you guys over and over, is that, you know, we have to do the work on ourselves. This is about our own growth, our own process, moving through things, moving forward with our own life. And that is what gets us closer to where we want to be with our twin. The clarifying card that came up here, it's also a 7, and this card is receive with love and appreciation. And you know, one of the things that I've been hearing a lot is that there are many twins, you know, I don't want to just put it all on the feminine, but I work mostly with the feminine energy. But they're not open to receiving what's coming to them. They don't have the space open to receive the love that they desire, or whatever it is that they desire, whatever, you know, abundance, or, you know, abundance in whatever form that looks like. You know, it could be wealth, it could be, you know, money, it could be love, it could be family, it could be whatever it is. But they don't have the space to receive that. And so there needs to be some work done, you know, moving forward, so that you can create a space where you are able to receive what it is that you're looking for in whatever form it comes in. And I'm going to use love, just because, you know, we're mostly dealing with relationships here. But, you know, if somebody is trying to share love with you in the only way that they know how, be open to receiving what they're giving you. It doesn't matter if it's the way you want it. The fact is, they're giving you something. Be open to receiving that. And so as you open yourself up more to being able to receive the things that are coming to you, that's going to help you to heal your heart. It's going to help you with that forward movement. Now the masculine, the card that came up here for them, you know, they are in a place where they, you know, have that wall up around their heart. They're you know, they're feeling like they need to protect their heart. For some, it could have to do with the feminine moving forward. I'm definitely getting that some of the masculine twins are taking the forward movement of the feminine personally, when it's not. So, you know, when they're taking it personally, then they put their walls up and they cage their heart up. But what they're doing also in this period where they're kind of closing themselves off to, really it's the love that they want and that they want to give. You know, they're kind of holding it hostage because they don't want to be let down, they don't want to be hurt, they don't want to be made a fool of, whatever that is. They're being asked to consider how committed they are to love, to what it is that they want. This card is consider your foundation. And as some of these masculine twins are coming to this realization that they have this cage around their heart, that they're not letting their walls down, that they're not letting somebody in, you know, they're kind of realizing, maybe that makes me appear that I'm not committed to this. You know, what am I willing to do? Where am I willing to go? You know, so there's a lot of internal turmoil going on for them in terms of, you know, feeling like there's some reason for them that they have put the walls up again. But they're also realizing that, how much of a role did I play in where I am right now? You know, I'm feeling like some of them want to be the victim, or not that they want to be the victim, but they want to play the victim role. They want to say, well, these people did these things and now I don't trust anybody, or I don't this, I don't that. And it's not that they're having this realization that, you know, they're kind of in the place they're in not because they're a victim, but because they've made choices and they have to decide, okay, how much do I want this? How much do I want that? And they have to make their choices and they have to act accordingly. And you know what I think is funny is the card that comes up next for the masculine is awaiting results. And this card's a 7. So again, we have that, you know, you're on the right path. And, you know, I do feel that for some of these masculine energies, you know, they're going to think that they get it figured out here. Like what they want, how they need to change, what they need to do, yada, yada, yada. You know, they're going to think that they're going to get it figured out and maybe make some changes. And then they're going to be sitting over here looking at the feminine, because I get a real impatient kind of energy from this card. Like, okay, I did this. Come on, how's this going to go now? You know, how are you going to react to the changes, the epiphanies I've had, the things that I've done? You know, even if they might be very small, they might be things that the feminine has to work on opening up to receive. But there's like this impatience, like I'm almost thinking of like a child that doesn't get acknowledged for doing a good job at something quickly enough, and they're just kind of petulant and like, meh. You know, it's like this, okay, you know, aren't you proud of me? Come back, you know. You know, because the person in this card is holding 2 flowers. And it's almost like, I feel like it's like, okay, come back, I've got more for you. I have more to give you. But with this card, it's not, they think they're ready, but they're not ready, because you have the tree growing, you know, you have the seeds planted and the growth, and you have the apple, but it's not ready yet. It's not ready to be picked. You know, so it's, you're not there. And what you're not ready for, it's like you both want the happy ending. You know, because the clarifying card here is the 10 of Earth. You know, it's a happy, beautiful family life. Everything's going the way you want it to go. Financial security. Everybody's happy. But if we're really real about it, you can't get from where you're at right now to the happy family life like that. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take change, it's gonna take unpleasantness potentially, especially for those who have to make a big move, have to move on from other relationships, have to blend families. So it's like, they want what they want, and they want it now, but it's just not, you have to just let things kind of unfold. What's going on over on the feminine side is she has dedicated effort, which what I'm getting here is that, you know, it's time for the feminine to put the effort into herself. And, you know, really spend time on the details of what you want for yourself. You know, have you ever done that? You know, sometimes we can say like, oh, I want X, Y, and Z. But then when you're asked to describe X, Y, and Z, what would that look like? Or, you know, how would you get there? All these things, we have no clue. And so I really feel like this dedicated effort is going to be for many of the feminine who are really going to be digging in and getting down to the nitty-gritty of what they need to do to feel better with themselves, feel good with themselves. You know, they're going to kind of make like a blueprint, like they're going to figure out like, what do I want? What do I desire? What do I need? And, you know, trying to get some of those things, give those things to yourself, you know, be the one that provides these things to yourself so that you're not externally seeking from other people. But like, more than anything, I'm just feeling like you're going to be figuring out what it means for you to work on yourself, self-love, self-care practices, you know, going back to school or a training or whatever, that for things that you really enjoy. But it's like, there's more focus on you, because you know that that's the step that's needed. You know that you need to do that more than anything else. But then you also have open up. And you've got the twin over on this side being like, hey, look at me. I made some changes. Where's my cookie? You know, and you want to be like, awesome. You want to run right to them and kind of like go like, nah, okay, I can get back to myself later. You know, you want to just open up and just go to the twin. But you can't give up on yourself. You can't neglect yourself just because you get a little bit of attention, a little bit of what you're looking for, a little bit of what you do desire and want. You know, and I think in part of that opening up, you're going to realize that, you know, you can't go from the point that you're at to the point that you want to be in a straight line. It's going to take you on some curves and zigzags, and you know, like, you're being realistic. You want to be realistic about it. You're trying to be realistic about it. And clarifier here is the Knight of Water. And so this is going to be a time for the feminine that it's going to be very hard to balance your emotions. You're really going to need to balance your emotions and stick with the work that you're doing on yourself, because so many feminine have always waited for the twin to kind of put their hand out and say all the right things and do the right things, and that makes us go nuts. It's you know, we get swept away. We can't get swept away, because we need to do the work on ourselves, so that in the times that the twin is not available or is going through their own things, that we are able to stay steady and strong in who we are, and we don't get, you know, highs and lows and, you know, things like that, like you did before. You want to be in a place of balance. So there's going to be, you know, some back and forth, and, you know, having to kind of keep your wits about you and staying balanced in your emotions. The next card that comes up for the feminine is Release. And the clarifying card is spend some quality time together. And what I'm getting is that there are, you know, I don't want to like you know, put everybody in the same category, but I would say most twin flames want to spend quality time together, and so many of them are unable to for whatever reasons. This is a message. This is sharing that the feminine needs to release that need to have the physical connection. Doesn't mean you're giving up a physical. Sorry about that. My camera stopped recording. So, okay. So I was saying that the feminine needs to release the need to come together in the physical, and so that includes like everything. Whatever you're getting right now on this, that's what it means. So if you are fixated on a physical union, release that. If you are, you know, fixating on spending time together physically, release it. Because as we know, this is a spiritual connection, so you always have that connection. And there might be things happening that are preventing you from spending time together, you know, especially, I mean, for those that are separated by distance, you know, that's an obvious one. But if you are having difficulties being able to spend time together in the physical or coming together in the physical, it's time to release the need that you have for that. It's normal to desire that. It's normal to want that. Focus on your spiritual connection and focus on yourself. Release this need to to be coming together physically. You know, and when I say that, I'm not saying that it's not going to happen or to give that up or anything like that. It's just release that need, release that expectation, release the attachment to that. The card that comes up next for the masculine is rest and reconsider. So don't be surprised, feminine, for those of you who stay focused on doing your inner work and doing the things that you know you need to do. Don't be surprised if your masculine energy, your twin, kind of takes time out. You know, because they will be in a place where they're kind of having an expectation of how you should react to them or what they want from you, and it's not turning out how they want. And so they need a break. They need a time out. Because they need to get their head on straight and kind of come to their own conclusions about all of the things that I've already said. That, you know, it's going to take some time. The feminine has things that she wants to work on for herself. They need to get their ducks in a row for things. You know, but there's a little, with this card, I'm getting a little bit of a bruised ego, for sure. But it doesn't mean that they're gone or they're giving up. They need a little time out so that they can rethink on things. And the clarifying card here is actions speak loudly. And I think that that's part of what's going to happen here, is that I think for many of the masculine, they interpret the actions more than the words from the feminine. So the feminine can sit there and say, everything is fine. I feel how I feel about you. Nothing's changing. I'm not going anywhere. I just need to be still. I need to be quiet within myself. I need to do my own thing for a little bit. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want you to go anywhere. But to them, the action of the feminine being quiet, you know, that they're paying more attention to that versus the words that come out of the mouth. So there's a little bit of a bruised ego, even though the feminine is doing exactly what she needs to do for her growth. And that's tough, you know. That's, for those finding themselves in this situation, I don't envy you, because that's a really tough place to be in when you are following your inner guidance and what you know you need to do for yourself. You know, you're doing what you know is best for yourself, and someone you really care deeply for takes it the wrong way. They take it personally, but that happens, and they have to figure that out for themselves. They have to learn, they have to figure it out, and they will. The next card, the crowning energy that you're both coming into, is spread your wings. And so you're both coming into a space where you're realizing that you are capable of so much more than what you have ever thought. You're limitless. You have the ability to do anything that you want to do. And that this is a time to focus on being limitless and doing things for yourself, to see what you can accomplish, see how far you can go. But just because there's a focus on personal growth, it doesn't mean that there's love lost. Because the clarifying card here is treasure your loved ones. So just because you're going out and you are embarking on a new journey where you are finding yourself and you're going on this journey of personal growth, doesn't mean that there's love lost. You still love the people that you love. And I would give this, like, an example would be a college student, an incoming freshman. They're going to college, they're going away and dorming for the first time. That's their opportunity to spread their wings and go out into the world and do their thing and start the journey of their life. But just because they're going off and they are going to learn new things and do new things and meet new people, doesn't mean that they don't love the people that are not coming with them at that time. Doesn't mean that at all. It's just time for them to embark on their next step. And it's kind of what is happening here. Each person is just embarking on their next step. Doesn't mean the love goes anywhere. And the funny thing is the grounding energy that both twins are bringing to this is refusing to see. And it's like nobody can wrap their head around that you can work on yourself and do your own thing and still be in a good place with each other. Like, that everything's fine. You can't see it. It's a struggle. And the clarifying card here is the 10 of fire, which is about your life is out of balance. So you have to allow these changes to take place and to keep moving forward, because that's how you're going to come into balance. If you don't, you're going to be out of balance and you're going to be stressed, and then that's going to move into stress-related health concerns, and nobody wants that. For the feminine, the underlying energy that she's bringing to this is trust. And man, I don't think I could come up with a more perfect card for her underlying energy, because the growth and the movement that I'm seeing here takes a leap of faith. It takes belief and faith and trust that it's going to work out. It's going to be okay. I have to do what is best for me, and it's going to be fine. And that's what's happening. The underlying energy that the masculine is bringing is the heart chakra. They are figuring this out. They're trying to learn how to have an open heart center, to live from an open heart space. They're not used to this. They're used to being closed off. And so, there's going to be, kind of the roller coaster and figuring things out. But at the heart of everything, there is the love in the heart chakra. I pulled a oracle card. And the right one? Okay. And it was Loyal Heart, but it came in the protection message. And I know that usually I'm pulling these for the romance message, but I really felt today like I needed to go with the protection message for this particular reading. So this is the protection message. Are you stubborn or overly tenacious about an idea? Or have you become so attached to something that you just don't know how to let it go? Could it be that it's become so much a part of you that you wouldn't know who you are without it? Now is the time to look at outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a signal that it is time to prune away all who don't deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, and open your heart to new things. Let go of the old and all your attachments. Spirit has awesome plans for you. Make some room. So that protection message from Loyal Heart could not be a more perfect way to wrap up this reading, and really shows what is happening here. You need to let go of the old, releasing the things that don't serve you. You know, the old is going away to make room for the new things. And that's happening. So you just have to do your best to go with it. We're in a period of shifts and changes. I don't think anybody really knows what this is going to look like. And so we just kind of have to go along for the ride. So I hope that this reading was helpful for those of you who watch it. If you are interested in getting a reading with me, check out my website, which is indigowingshealing.com. You can also send me an email at indigowingshealing@gmail.com. And you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/indigowingshealing. I also have a Facebook group, which is Indigo Wings Soul Connections. And you can join us there. Sometimes I do free card pulls. We, answer questions. Sometimes I offer special deals just for group members. As the group gets larger, we'll be doing more with that. I think that is all I've got for you guys today. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so you can get my videos as soon as I upload them. I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you with the next video soon. Have a great day.